Here's one thing I've done as a coach that has really helped keep me on track. And I learned it from a Dan Gable book back when I first started coaching high school before I decided to quit and sell everything and move back to Missouri and start my wrestling academy, which now is camps and a lot of different things. Of coaching philosophy. And what I have learned, his advice is pretty basic. What I've learned, there's also like a systems in place, a philosophy. Like we don't do punishment push-ups. We don't get mad at kids for losing. I feel like if I say you're not working hard enough, we're doing push-ups, and I'm going to scream at you while we do sprints. No, I say, time, doing it again. I don't have to be home till 8 o'clock tonight. We will have an amazing practice. That will happen. In fact, watch Jonathan. Jonathan hit 5 near on forward legs. Go. Look at his partner. Jumps back up. Back at it. That's how we will drill. This is not negotiable. I'm in charge. That's what we are doing. Number 1, get set. 90 seconds. Go. Perfect. Number 2 is going to go. See, I show them what right looks like. I don't scream and yell and make them do push-ups. That doesn't mean we let them be clowns. No, not even for a second. So high standards. But I just feel like it's my job to operate the room and run the room. I feel like it's kind of a mental weakness. So that's one of my things I fell into that I do. But, it can be a philosophy on running. I don't think it's good to run 45 minutes of practice. I just don't. You might disagree, and that's fine. But so coaching philosophy. Now, I wish I had done this as a wrestler. What was my wrestling philosophy? They just worked us till failure. And I worked myself to failure every practice. And Oklahoma State back in the 90s, early 90s, worked us till failure. My days off, I worked till failure. I didn't run, bleachers. And say, okay, I'm gonna condition my legs a little bit. I've been hitting it hard, but I feel like I want to get a good workout in the day. Maybe had a couple easy days. Maybe hit it at 70%. No, it was always till failure. Then you hear that Penn State, Oklahoma State, they were heart rate monitors, and they're testing their VO2 max, and they're like, hey, no, so-and-so's got to take 2 days off, so-and-so, right? You might have heard some of the very high-level scientific type protocols that these college men are on. A lot of you college coaches and high school coaches, you're still killing the kids and working them to failure. So, I've learned we're not going to go to failure every day, right? Because it was not good. So that might be a coaching philosophy that you have that you need to change. But I think mostly coming up with a coaching philosophy, and as a wrestler, if you're watching this, what's your wrestling philosophy? David Taylor wrestles quite a bit different than Kyle Schneider. Probably 2 different philosophies. Kyle Dake, more position-based wrestling, which is sort of what we preach, because it doesn't take a tremendous athleticism, right? Not everybody can wrestle like Jordan Burroughs. But, what's your wrestling philosophy? But I think from a coaching standpoint, if you have a coaching philosophy and you have some kind of parameters in place, and it's just a guideline, and also I would also add systems to that. When you show up to practice, the mats should already be washed. Who's doing the mat washing? For me, it wasn't the mat maids. My girls and a few boys that joined wrestling and quit. I didn't let them quit. I wanted everybody to stay involved. I feel like they needed something. They didn't have to do it. My wrestlers did it. And even the varsity kids did. Even the team captains. We just kind of took turns, And when I show up, the mats are already mopped. They're already dry by the time I even walk into practice. Do you have a system in place for that? Do you have a system in place for your youth coaches? Are they just running around 13 dads and 7 moms on the mat, showing moves and live wrestling and screaming and yelling, and the kids are playing games? And do you even have a system in place or a philosophy in place for your feeder system and for your coaches? So, not to harp on it, but philosophy. What is your coaching philosophy, and what are your systems that you have in place? The goal is to have a team that runs itself, not a team that runs you. A lot of you coaches, your program runs you ragged. and your wife's like, oh my God, I hate wrestling season. It's just so miserable on the family. Dude, we had as many as 26 practices a week. I coach once a week. Now we're down like to 20. We've closed a few, but 20 something practices a week. I coach once a week, and everything operates like this. We've had 39 kids go D1. It's August 2024, and just the past, in 2.7 months, we had 39 of our athletes go Division One. A bunch of our girls have gone NAIA, and boys have gone NAIA too. So a lot of success, right? And I'm not doing everything anymore. So, I've got some things in place. Now, if you did want to learn from us, our online academy, we have private team camps. We'll come and teach you everything we do. You get your coaches there. We'll get the whole team on a practice plan. So our online academy is perfect for teams, youth, middle school, high school, or even individuals to use at home. Private team camps can also be used as a fundraiser. We've had teams, no exaggeration, make over 20 grand in a week. But we do them during the season too. Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So check out our private team camps also. Everything's at Perler Wrestling.